Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today in this video I would like to discuss about wild and isolated children. It becomes interesting to know whether children will be able to acquire the language through experiencing it, or they just speak the original language of humankind. It is one of the fundamental tasks of psycholinguistics to explain how children learn the language, which separate into two distinct: speech production and speech comprehension. At birth, we cannot comprehend or produce speech. Not at the age of 4 years, we all learn the basic of our language, although it just around passive, elaborate synthetic structure and bunch of vocabularies. At that age, they start to face and overcome the obstacles in language learning. And this is true for children with whatever the language they have. However, still, there are some questions about it is also true to the isolated children. Will a child grown in total isolation develop language? And how about the critical age issue for language learning occur towards them? There are some theories which say that the language is inborn and instinctive in 6th and 10th century. Montaigne believed that although children are not exposed to the language, they still be able to speak the language. Semiticus, an Egyptian poet during the 7th century, also believed language that since birth children isolated from any linguistic influence will develop the language that they have been born with. He isolated two children, then it was reported the children spoke a few words of Kyrgyz, a language of present that in Turkey. In the 15th century, King James V of Scotlandia did a similar experiment to children who speak Hebrew. These studies gave the similar result. The children spoke the language that it used in place where they were born. However, some hypotheses also appear which say that human language tend to the concern with the origin of the first language, and we're only secondarily concerned with the precise way in which individual infants acquire speech. It was Akbar, a Mughal emperor of India, desired learn whether language was innate or acquired through exposure to the speech of adults. He believed that language was learned by people listening to each other, and therefore a child could not develop language alone. So he ordered a house built full to infants and put a mute nurse to care for them. The children did not acquire speech, which seemed to prove his hypothesis that language is acquired and does not simply emerge spontaneously in the absence of exposure to speech. How about the isolated children? Isolated children are called it as a feral child. Human child who has lived isolated from human child who has lived isolated from human contact from a very young age and has no or little experience of human care, loving or social behavior, and crucially of human language. Some feral children have been confined in isolation by other people, usually their own parents. In some cases, this child abandonment was due to the parents rejecting a child's intellectual or physical impairment. Feral children may have experienced severe child abuse or trauma before being abandoned or running away. For example, that become the tragic history in the cases of Jeannie. She was deprived not only of language input, but also of any sort of love or normal parental care. She most certainly had delayed and permanent problems with her language ability. She also had many other development delays. She lacked true grammar, but all these examples show us that full language development may require language input. It also possibly requires human interaction and nurturing, the development of other cognitive abilities, a healthy diet, and others. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you.